You see it every day. The guy who lives at the gym. 6 days a week. Double sessions on Saturday. Veins popping, shaker in hand, story after story of grind never stops. Everyone nods. That's dedication, right? Then there's the other guy. He shows up 3 times a week. Sometimes 4. Never more. He does 6 movements, rests like he's got nowhere else to be, and leaves while he still has gas in the tank. 6 months later he's leaner, stronger, and moving like an athlete. A year later he looks like he was carved. Same genetics pool. Same 24 hours. So what separates them? One finally learned what to ignore. Because the truth nobody wants to hear is this: doing less is harder. Not in your muscles, in your head. It takes real discipline to walk away when the gym is still open, to rest 3 full minutes while everyone else is supersetting, to sleep 8 hours when the internet says warriors only need 5. The body doesn't care how busy you looked. It only cares about 2 things: stress hard enough to force adaptation, then recovery deep enough to allow it. Everything else is noise. Train a muscle 2 or 3 times per week. That's the research-backed sweet spot for growth. After that, total weekly volume is what counts. 12 brutal sets are 12 brutal sets, whether you cram them into 6 days or spread them across 3. The guy training every day isn't dedicated. He's addicted to the feeling of activity. Activity feels like progress. It isn't. Real progress is quiet. It happens in the kitchen at night when you eat enough protein to repair what you broke. It happens in bed when growth hormone floods and testosterone climbs. It happens on the couch when you refuse to add another set just because you still can. Consistency over years crushes intensity over months. That's why the smartest programs revolve around 4 to 6 compound movements and nothing else. Pull-ups, dips, squats, rows, a hinge, overhead press, maybe push-ups if you're not strong enough for dips yet. One big movement lights up half the body at once. Efficiency isn't lazy, it's leverage. Match total volume and a compound-only program builds the same muscle as the bro split with 20 isolation exercises. Except you finish in 45 minutes and your joints don't hate you. Progression is simple, almost boring. Start where you are. Add a rep, add weight. Slow the tempo. Shorten the rest only when you're truly ready. When it gets easy, pick the harder variation. Chasing new exercises every week isn't clever. It's fear wearing a training mask. The strongest people in any gym milk the same handful of movements for years. They just get brutally good at them. And they rest long. 3 to 5 minutes between heavy sets. You finish a hard set of weighted dips, step away, walk, breathe, let your pulse drop. You look calm. Almost bored. It feels wrong. It isn't. Longer rest means the next set is performance, not survival. You move more weight, complete more quality representatives, create more real mechanical tension. That's what grows muscle. Not how gassed you look in the mirror. Volume. 10 to 20 hard sets per muscle group per week. That's it. Spread across 2 or 3 sessions, it's usually 5 to 8 sets per day. 5 to 15 controlled representatives. Last 2 representatives ugly but clean. Stop. Anything more and you're not accelerating gains, you're accumulating fatigue. Fatigue you'll pay for later with stalled progress and creaky joints. Cardio is the same story. Everyone wants to collapse after 20 minutes of burpees and call it superior fat loss. It isn't. When calories are equal, low-intensity movement wins long-term because it doesn't spike hunger or torch recovery. Walk fast every single day. No heroics. No watch. Just move until you've burned a few hundred extra calories without ever feeling punished. Do that for a year and watch what happens. And sleep. This is the part where guys laugh and say they'll sleep when they're dead. Cool. Your testosterone just dropped another 10%. Muscle is built between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., not between sets. Miss that window consistently and you're throwing away half your results no matter how perfect everything else is. 7 to 9 hours isn't negotiable. It's the highest ROI muscle building supplement on earth. You lie there and your body does the heavy lifting. So let's stop pretending. Approach A. Train 6 days, add endless sets, finish every cardio session on the verge of vomiting, sleep 5 hours, burn out, blame genetics, quit for 6 months. Approach B. Train 3 surgical days, 6 movements, long rest, 10 to 20 weekly sets per muscle, walk daily, sleep like a baby, do it for 5 straight years. A feels harder today. B is harder forever. Because B forces you to sit with the discomfort of restraint. To ignore the noise. To trust the process when the guy next to you is doing triple the volume and getting half the results. Real discipline isn't doing more. It's having the guts to do exactly enough and nothing extra. That's the difference. That's why one guy looks average after years of grinding. And the other quietly built a body most people assume came from steroids. Choose.